I like to ask this question of any of the traders or mentors that I interview, and it's what do you suggest to someone that's either taken a really big loss or has like a string of heavy losses or even just a string of losses in a row, and they're just starting to feel like at what point are you like, okay, my strategy's not working versus I got to keep pushing through this?
Well, if you ever just a girl I trade a woman I've mentored for 3 years just sent me a similar message yesterday or 2 days ago where
Mm,
she's off to her worst start ever and she's trying to figure out if she should quit or not. And the first thing you need to identify is when you're in that drawdown, is it a natural drawdown or a self-inflicted drawdown? And a natural one just means you're doing everything right and the markets just suck right now. A self-inflicted one is one where your results are poor because you're making mistakes. If
sure.
it's the latter where you're making mistakes, obviously you got to go and fix those mistakes and get back on track. If it's natural, the first thing you got to do is you got to compare it to your historical results. You got to see, hey, this sucks. Is it out of the norm though? Meaning that, at some point historically, have I gone through a similar type of dip and obviously rebound from it in order to trade it? If so, you kind of just got to stomach it and keep grinding. If not, you got to do your review. You got to figure out, hey, is there something that can be fixed? Are these market conditions doing something different? Do I have to change my entry approach? Do I need to change my exits? Should I be taking more conservative targets? You really got to dig in and review every single trade and look for clues on, why things aren't working the way you thought they would. And try to make that fix. As you want to patiently make the fix. You don't want to be impulsive. You don't want to, if you have a bad week, you don't change anything in a bad week. I typically give it, it's going to sound I give it about 6 months. Whenever I make reviews, I take about a quarter. I do a big review every quarter. If I notice something during that quarter, I'll spend the next quarter kind of keeping an eye on it and tracking. If things turn around and it was nothing, if things continue to be poor, then at the end of that second quarter is where I can make some adjustments. So I'm very patient, but that's because I come from a history of system hopping and bailing as soon as like one trade goes bad. And
Don't we all, right?
I just want to give myself enough time.